Legislation due shortly in Australia, attention in the IT sector is shifting towards sustainable practices. Fujitsu has just released the results of its second global benchmarks report. It analyses the trending maturity of IT sustainability in organisations across the globe. And joining me now to discuss the research is Stewart, the Principal Lead for Sustainability at Fujitsu. And great to have you on board, Lee. Thanks.
Thanks, pleasure to be here.
We can start off firstly by getting across the nature of the report and what you actually found. Are you actually sensing companies losing their green focus?
Yeah, look, unfortunately, we are seeing that, and this is the second year we've run this report, and we expanded it to 7 countries, and we actually interviewed 1,000 CIOs, and we asked them 80 questions across key areas across their business, looking at end-user computing, the enterprise and data centres, the product life cycle of their products they're using, and also IT as the enabler across other parts of the business. And overarching all that, we looked at the metrics and how they measure it, and we could give them a score ranging from 0 to 100, with 80 being best practice. Now, this year, unfortunately, we've gone down by 2.7% from last year's report, with a global average of 54.3. So what we're seeing is a slight sort of a fatigue or going backwards, and we're probably seeing as sort of a wake-up call for the IT industry to sort of start paying more attention to sustainability.
Yeah, what do you think that's about, that fall that you detected?
Yeah, look, unfortunately, I suppose the IT CIO senior managers have got so many competing priorities, and sustainability doesn't rank in the top 5 of their priorities at the moment. So, and it probably needs more visibility and more concerted effort.
Yeah, I know in your survey you found a lot of companies are not actually understanding how much energy their IT consumes, which is quite interesting. Why is that so hard to get a grip of?
It's hard to really say, and I suppose the IT departments have never really thought about what their whole systems use in terms of energy use. And it's really important to note that less than half even cite their energy bill, but only 14% globally actually budget for their IT energy spend.
Wow.
And unfortunately in Australia, that's less than 1% of CIOs actually have a budget for their IT spend. Now what we're seeing is those companies that do actually budget for their IT energy rank significantly higher, and actually 20% higher on that global index. So it's one key factor that CIOs should pay attention to.
Are you finding there's differences, very big differences between small and large businesses? Is it something that challenges them in different ways?
Yeah, look, typically as we've seen in a survey, size does matter. The larger enterprises have been doing more significantly well than the smaller, mainly because they've got exposure to other factors such as legislation and probably got some resources to do things like this. But in Australia and New Zealand, we actually saw some smaller companies do better than government, so showing that they can actually enforce change quicker and probably more nimble.
Oh, perhaps the government can lead by example a little bit more, you'd suggest?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Where are you seeing best practice? Is it in a particular industry? You mentioned some of the small guys performing, maybe punching above their weight, but is there a general rule where you see the
Look, overall, globally, best practice was by the IT industry. In Australia, we're actually above the average of 58.4. But in Canada, actually, manufacturing topped the list, which is quite surprising.
Right.
Manufacturing was around 65%.
So what do you actually say businesses can do to improve their IT sustainability? Is there kind of some quick fixes in the meantime? And then, of course, there's got to be a longer plan, I imagine, as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
definitely. The quick fix is really just to understand your energy bill. It's quite a simple thing, but those that do perform significantly better. Moving more long-term, you can use IT as enabling other parts of the business to understand your energy bill in real time and look at enabling other areas to improve efficiencies. But also, with that understanding of the energy bill and energy spend, you can develop business cases. Now, some of these business cases have a return on investment within weeks or months to actually improve efficiency. And what we're seeing is that this survey is actually really a good highlighting area of where you can actually improve and get those quick wins, but also we want to see this as an ongoing change management process, not just a project which is a tick-the-box compliance.
Stewart, great to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining us for Tech Report. Thanks.
Thank you.
Principal Lead for Sustainability, Fujitsu. That's where we leave off the Tech Report for now. I'm Brooke Cordy. Thanks.